Welcome back to The Express. This is our Granville Street neighborhood special. And this neighborhood, of course, is one of Vancouver's trendy shopping areas. And with fall here, it's busier than ever. Up next on the show, reporter Bianca Solterbeck finds a woman who's still dressing for the sun and helps her fall into line with the latest trends.
It's officially fall in Metro Vancouver. Just ask the people shopping on Vancouver's trendy Granville Street. What's your must-have item for fall?
A scarf. It's great. It wraps around, keeps you warm at night.
Definitely jackets and sweaters, particularly neutrals, browns, grays.
Must-have for fall is cashmere, a little bit of leather, and anything rainproof is a must-have in Vancouver.
When it comes to Erin Young and her wardrobe, well, she's falling behind.
I have a whole bunch of summer stuff. I have no fall stuff. Right now in my wardrobe, I'm missing jackets, pants, and scarves. Today, I'm going to Beto and getting some fall must-haves.
The Canadian company, designed by Canadians. Everything is designed in Canada. A jacket is a must-have for fall. No matter what, you gotta have a new jacket.
The staff at Beto on Granville Street are here to help.
Well, goodbye summer and hello fall. She looks great.
Yeah, she does. We put her in this great bomber jacket that's great for the fall. We have some really cool fur detailing around the collar and the cuff, and the overall fabric is this really cool suede finish. This bag has a really cool modern shape, simple square, and a cool fringe to go with the 70s revival right now. We have a great straight leg jean here that has a nice towel at the bottom. The shading on the jean is a bit more lighter around the top of the thigh and darker on the inside to create a much more slender leg.
Here we've got our second look, and I am loving the green.
Oh, for sure. There's lots of jewel tones this season in fashion. Anything from like an emerald green or a purple or a ruby red, like it just works well. So we pulled this coat from Beto, and it has a lot of cool leather details around the hem and on the shoulder and on the cuff. Let's take a look at the dress on the inside. Lots of 60s influences have been in the season for fashion. We did this little cap sleeve dress, cute little hem, and like lots of darting in the back, and it gives a nice shape.
And we've got some bling as well.
For sure. We have a few different types of chains in here just to bring in a more rough feel, but then it's a really simple and classic shape.
Evan showed me some great styles for fall that I can work into my wardrobe. I really like the jewel tones, the red and the green. They look really nice, and I love the jackets. They're so warm, the fur, I just love it.
Erin's got new clothes and some great advice from Evan to fall back on. I'm Bianca Solterbeck on Granville Street in Vancouver for The Express.
Evan says when it comes to jeans, skinny is out, flare is acceptable, and straight leg is very trendy right now. I guess I better do some shopping. But you know what? How about a little fuel for that retail therapy? On the corner of Granville and Robson Street, there's a big red box churning out BC-inspired food. And that's where we're joining reporter Melanie Panetta for some lunch.
Po' boy? Can I get a oyster po' boy?
Oyster?
Yep.
And I could eat 10 of these, 10 more of these, right now.
It's gourmet food, but it's not from a restaurant. It comes from this food cart called the Kaboom Box.
Have you had the salmon before? Well, the concept is really to kind of feature local food.
It's a good burger.
Oysters from Vancouver Island. We do venison burgers from the Okanagan.
Andrew used to be a hot dog vendor in San Francisco.
I just love the job. And I loved being on the street, and I loved serving people. And when I came to Vancouver a couple years ago, I had the idea of getting back into street vending. Do you want anything on the side?
They've set up shop here on Granville and Robson.
We've been here now for almost a year, and it's been really, really cool, like to meet all the other business owners and all the street musicians and all the characters of Granville Street, and it's really just great to be a part of it. Can I get a hot smoked salmon?
Okay.
Thank you.
With Brian's help,
Andy, the oyster's almost ready.
Andrew cranks out hundreds of sandwiches a day in this 6 by 10-foot box.
We have Quebec cheese curds, and we're going to put those on.
The placement of everything was planned, and every square inch of that space is used. Hey guys, how are you? Probably our best-selling sandwich is the hot smoked salmon sandwich.
I want to order Your salmon sandwich
Very good.
with fish and iced tea.
Iced tea, excellent. All right, that'll be $9.50, sir. Yep.
Why do you think you keep coming back here? What do they give you here?
Oh, it's a unique. You don't need to go to restaurant. It's a unique thing. That's why I like it.
It's our homemade tartar sauce that we make ourselves.
Sarah Jane Evans from the UK. You've never been to Kambu Box before, have you?
No, never. And I spotted them earlier, and I saw this one. I'm just thinking, I've got to try this because I've never eaten this before, and it's something new. And I love food.
It's finger licking good. In Vancouver, I'm Melanie Panetta for The Express.
$12 for you. You're very welcome. We'll have it ready for you in just a minute.
Evan says on a busy day, they can sell well over 100 salmon sandwiches. You can go to thekaboombox.com to find out what else is on the menu. You're watching our Express Granville Street Neighborhood Special.
Thank you for calling Male Essentials, Travis.
After the break, manscaping at Male Essentials.
We've got haircuts, we've got shaving, we've got eyebrow threading.
This is My Fair Lady.
Stargazing at the Orpheum Theater.
When the theater was built, 1927, it had 32.
The Express. We are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by the Lounge Hair Studio. LoungeHairStudio.com.
Today's generation of young people spend the least amount of time outside of any generation in human history. We need to have children out, we need to have people out in order to see the world around that allows us to live. I think something like the Sea to Sky Trail is the epitome of what we need to get people back out into the real world, to see nature as it can be, and something that we are a part of and that we must fight to protect.
Welcome back to The Express. Today's show is all about the past and present of Granville Street. Coming up, we've got a little history lesson at the historic Orpheum Theater. But right now, it's something that's very 2011. The art of manscaping at Male Essentials.
You can't beat that feeling of a barber giving you a fresh haircut. But here at Male Essentials, they're much more than just haircuts.
Thank you for calling Male Essentials. Travis speaking.
We've got haircuts, we've got shaving, we've got eyebrow threading and waxing. You can get hair tattoos done here. For, you know, maybe you're going out on a Friday night, you want to have something a little bit interesting on your head.
Amar Al-Khalid has been a barber for 18 years, and he started off because it was in his family.
When I started with my dad, and we have a big barber shop, 7 chairs, so I remember when I was clean everything, I am a little child. Then after I started shave first and threading.
And after 18 years of being in the trade, Amar has seen some major changes from what being a barber used to be.
Big change, I think. Before just a haircut, you know. Now we have a haircut, shave, facial, and threading for thread, and design for the beard also.
After watching Amar give a couple of shaves, I decided I could trust him and tried out a straight razor shave for myself.
Do you like it?
It's probably the best shave I've had in my whole life, so
thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
It's great.
It's Ravi Garcha's first time at Male Essentials, and he goes to the barber because you can't compete with the experience and the service.
A bit more like different experience, I guess. Like I can't get a skin fade done just anywhere. I have to come to certain places, make sure the barber. Like I have to go to a barber shop. I can't just go to a salon. It's different than going to just regular barber shop with 100 people in there, and it's unique. Let's put it that way.
On top of the services Male Essentials offers, they have a plethora of products, including body wash, hair products, shaving cream, shampoo, and much, much more. And of course, one service that's always free at the barber: trust.
A barbershop offers the idea of, if you come here, you're able to trust in the barbers. You're able to trust in their craft. You're able to trust and know that they've been shaving forever. You're going to know that you can talk to them about anything you want to talk about.
I'm Peter Verge in Vancouver for The Express.
Apparently, in the past, barbers used to perform surgeries and other medical procedures, but they were separated into doctors, barbers, and surgeons back in 1163. Sounds a little too Sweeney Todd for my taste. At Mail Essentials, they don't offer any surgical procedures, but coming up, they are going to be offering massages and manis. Now, up next on The Express, instead of looking to the future, we're going to look to the stars of the past at Granville Street's Orpheum Theatre.
On busy Granville Street stands a testament to history, artistry, and style. The Orpheum Theatre, built in 1927 as a vaudeville house and cinema.
So in 1973, famous players closed it. They were intending to demolish it and replace it with a multiplex like the old Capitol 6 that was next door already. Citizens of Vancouver rose up in fury and insisted. The city of Vancouver stepped in, bought the property, and then renovated it. Reopened it in 1977 as a concert hall as the main home for the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra.
The city of Vancouver maintained the original architecture of the Orpheum, which was built to be as dramatic and impressive as the performances people were coming to see.
The actual architectural styles used here is a combination of Romanesque, Gothic, Spanish Baroque, and they're all just kind of stuck together just for effect.
Quite imposing, isn't it, this lobby? Very dramatic.
Very dramatic. That was the whole idea. It was entertaining just to come here. All the chandeliers, except the ones in the new part of the lobby that was built in 1983, are made of Czechoslovakian crystal. They're the original chandeliers that were put in 1927. They would cost a pure fortune to try and replicate today.
Inside the huge concert hall, the Orpheum continues to impress.
When the theater was built, 1927, it had 3,200 seats. They were a lot smaller than these. When we renovated, it was reduced to 2,700 seats, but they're wider. I think it's very important to the people of Vancouver that the Orpheum is still here and that we're able to look after it and keep it upgraded as we have been doing. So many people older people who remember, on their first date in the balcony snuggling to a movie. And the fact that since the 1980s we've been doing those high school graduations here every year, that there's a whole, 2 generations of people who've had their graduation at the Orpheum and they've never forgotten it.
And the Orpheum keeps the rest of us remembering with an extensive collection of archival photographs.
This is My Fair Lady, would have been in the 60s. And that's the scene from the day at the Ascot races.
Oh, wow.
There's also a BC Wall of Fame, and celebrating local talent is one of many things Ray loves about his job.
People coming and people laughing and people being moved and people being inspired and young people coming and getting the taste for live entertainment. It's just a wonderful environment to work in. Wonderful people that we have working with us. It's just great.
In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
You can go online to vancouver.ca/theaters to book your tour of the Orpheum Theatre. We're going to take you back on stage in just a moment after we tell you about some other events happening around downtown Vancouver. Celebrate 30 years of outstanding cinema. The Vancouver International Film Festival is a 16-day film extravaganza. Experience the best of Vancouver street food culture on this fun, full-of-life tasting tour. You'll sample some international flavors alongside some good old-fashioned Canadian classics. Fresh from Broadway, this contemporary musical will shake audiences to the core with its groundbreaking themes and thrilling score. And that's it for today's Express Granville Street Neighborhood Special. We'd love to hear about what you thought of the show, so you can find us on Facebook and Twitter or email us, theexpress@shaw.ca. We're going to leave you with the sounds and sights of the Vancouver Chamber Choir on stage at the Orpheum Theatre, and we'll see you next time.